You call me out. If I'm playing for somebody, I'm only playing this on the piano. I'm not playing with the band. It's just me. I'm gonna go like this, because I'm gonna give a sense of timing here, because the person has no sense of timing if it's just playing it on the piano. Right now, so what I'm doing right now is I'm improvising off the chords that I gave you. I know that I'm playing a B minor, which is a B, a D, and an F sharp, right? And so I use my secret trick, though, is to use what we call the 9th note, which is go up a whole octave, go from B to another B, which is 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 9th note would be the very next note. So when I'm using that B minor chord, I'm using all the notes in the chord, which are the B, F sharp, B, and D, but I want to add the 9th there. And it's at random so that you don't want to sound monotonous. So, right, I'm using the same chords, but instead of doing that, and if you kind of hold and sustain that C sharp, and also you don't play it as loud. So that's kind of the technique of it, right? And so so what I'm doing again is I am doing movements that are based off of the scale that the chord is based off of. So since I'm playing a B minor chord, the B minor scale, so I can take that B minor scale, use notes in that scale to walk down to the next scale. So for instance, right, that's just a scale based off that B minor. So I'll do that kind of, I'll play around with that scale a lot as I'm going, if I'm on that chord, or if I'm going to the chord, for instance. Now, right, so, right, I was going into the B minor scale, so I did, and I used that 9, right, and I'm not trying to make it too complicated. Of course, you kind of have, you want to basic knowledge of piano and triads in order to improvise. Now, when we go into the I will call upon your name, that's the first one. Now, let's see if we can improvise that. And I'm doing this off the top of my head just to show you how I would, just little things we can do to make it. Right, because the soloist, that's what they do. So I would do that on the piano. Right, and right now I'm doing basically what the soloist would do in the song. And what I do there, and those are little things. Let me see. What is that? That is an A, the minor, that A chord, which we already play in the song. So it's an A chord with the C sharp on top of the B minor chord. Back to the A chord. I don't know if I use this exact chord in the song, but this is a D chord, F sharp, D, A. And that was a run that I used to go into the G. I just did the chords based on those. And then when I went back to that, I used the 9. So, and then at the very last part, those last chords. Keep it real simple if I'm playing for somebody, because this part has a lot of suspense in it. And because it has a lot of suspense, guess what I'm going to use? Suspended notes, that's right. What's a suspended chord? A suspended chord, let me show you. Right, normally that's what you would do, a G major chord. But a G sus chord would be, instead of using a G, B, D, you would use, which is 1, 3, and 5 of the scale, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You use 1, 3, and 5 for that scale. But a suspended chord would use 1, 2, and 5, which means you take that middle note and you just simply move it. So let me see that last part. Instead of doing that, it gives it a much better sound for that, where she's at in the song emotionally. So watch, I'm going to use all suspendeds. No, I'm not. Let me do it again, because I wasn't really feeling that. Let me see. Right, I like it there. I would use a 9th. I would use a 7th there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so how would I use it? Let me show you. This is on the 3rd chord. Which is a 7 and a 9 if you really want to make it pretty. These are my cry chords. My 7th and my 9th. Right, those are called my cry chords, because a regular D chord would be that, right? But the 7th, right, sounds really nice. So suspended 7, 9. I would use that chord. I'd probably keep it as a regular A major. And then as she starts getting into the song, same 4 chords. I think I'll stop there. This video's long enough.